Welcome to the Morning Update. I'm Erin Roan. If you're flying today, give yourself plenty of time, with domestic airports set to have their busiest day in 2 years. A mix of staff shortages and a surge in passenger numbers being blamed for the chaos. Retired Captain Richard Jakrepny says they were already dealing with a pilot shortage before the pandemic.
The industry's been beset by all these travellers who had this travel delayed, now all wanting to travel. And so this shortage of pilots will be exacerbated all around the world for probably the next 5 to 10 years.
To the US, and a man's been charged with a federal terrorism offence over that mass shooting in Brooklyn. 62-year-old Frank R. James was arrested after police received a tip-off on his whereabouts. 10 people were shot. All are expected to survive, though. NYPD Commissioner Keechant Sewell says they were determined to make a quick arrest.
We used every resource at our disposal to gather and process significant evidence that directly links Mr. James to the shooting. We were able to shrink his world quickly. There was nowhere left for him to run.
The Ukrainian President has again appealed to the West for more weapons to push back against the Russian invasion of his country. In an online address overnight, Volodymyr Zelensky said the war will become an endless bloodbath without more military aid.
It must be done now. We need heavy artillery, armed vehicles, air defense systems and combat aircraft. Anything to repel Russian forces and stop their war crimes.
Day 4 on the campaign trail will see the Prime Minister Scott Morrison head to Tasmania. He will meet with forestry workers as he prepares to pledge $200 million to improve wood processing technology and increase skilled jobs. Labor's Anthony Albanese will spend his day in New South Wales focusing on marginal seats. And with the federal election campaign well underway, the Australian Electoral Commission is urging us to think twice about what we believe. It's launched the Stop and Consider campaign to cut through misinformation. The Commission's Evan Eakins-Smith urging voters to avoid taking things on face value.
To stop and consider what they're hearing, seeing and reading this federal election. Have a look at the source. Is it current? Is it accurate? Make sure you're carefully thinking about your vote and the communication you're receiving before you go to the ballot box.
In sport, a 2-2 draw for the Central Coast Mariners against Western Sydney in the A-League. Wellington beat Perth 1-0 in yesterday's other game. Round 6 of the NRL kicks off tonight with the Raiders up against the Cowboys. And in the AFL, Collingwood has named Taylor Adams and Jordan De Goey for tonight's clash with Brisbane at the Gabba. The Pies have also recalled Jordan Roughhead for his first game of the season following shoulder surgery. And for even more sports news, make sure you check out the Sports Update. You'll find it wherever you're listening to this show. In entertainment news, and it looks like Kanye is having second thoughts about moving in next to ex Kim Kardashian. The rapper bought the place in Hidden Hills in December, wanting to be closer to his kids. He has since turned his attention to renovating a multi-million-dollar mansion in Malibu. And that's the latest from the Nova Podcasts team. We'll see you later on for another episode of The Update.